Alright, what's going on, YouTube faithful? This is Paulie Picks, and we are going to be talking about the Kingpyn boxing tournament today. The men's tournament we're going to be talking about. Make sure, if you guys are not subscribed, I need you to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't liked the video, I need you to like that video. And if you haven't left a comment down below, leave a comment down below. Let me know in that comment who you guys think's gonna win this tournament, because I'm a little torn. And also, let me know down below who you think that mystery opponent's gonna be. But alright, let's get into it, guys. So, as you all know, Kingpyn Boxing is putting together an 8-man tournament. This is a great idea. I'm super excited about this, and the best part about this tournament is they got some names that we want to see fight in it. It's not just full of no names and then one guy that we know. It's a bunch of guys that didn't get to select their opponents, and we're going to see some matchups that we've been dying to see. I think that the return of Anisan Gibb is awesome. We got the return of Austin McBroom. King Kenny's in the tournament. What's it called? Jarvis is back. That's a good one. Haven't seen him fight in a while. Tom Zanetti, the savage that went the distance with Slim and really had Slim in some trouble at some points. And Jay Swingleberry dropped out because he's insecure about his win against Nick LMAO. And reasonably so, because he clearly didn't win that fight. But, I guess he's going to go try to take that rematch and handle that business. If the Gibb fight meant that much to Swingler, he would have stayed in the tournament. But obviously it doesn't. So we have a mystery opponent that's going to be in this tournament. And the mystery opponent is going to be fighting against Whindersson Nunes. Never heard of him in my whole life. Now, the speculation for the mystery opponent is Slim or Deji. Me, personally, I don't think it's either of those guys. I feel like both of those guys are probably going to remain loyal to Misfits. I know Deji just did the Global Titans thing, but that was kind of like a one-off, and he had an opportunity of a lifetime. Imagine if he knocked out Floyd Mayweather, and then Misfits didn't let him do it. So I think that those two guys will probably remain fighting for Misfits. I would love to see either Deji or Slim enter this competition, though. It would be great to see another big name in this competition, and the second round would probably be stacked. So, that'd be cool. But I don't know. I know literally nothing about this Whindersson Nunes guy. I don't know if he's ever fought before. But, I'm open to finding out how he can fight. I hope the mystery opponent is somebody we care about. And that would be really cool. The biggest fight in the first round of this tournament is Anisan Gibb versus Austin McBroom 2. Now, I would have really been compelled by this matchup had Austin McBroom and Gibb fought through the mud, got to the semifinals, or got to the finals and fought each other. But this first round thing, it's kind of lame, to be honest with you. I would have much rather seen Gibb versus Jarvis, Gibb versus Zanetti, Gibb versus Kenny, any of those fights. But, Austin McBroom just got absolutely obliterated by Gibb. Austin McBroom dropped Gibb in the first round. Didn't really hurt him, just caught him with a good shot, dropped him, whatever. And then Gibb blew the doors off Austin for pretty much the rest of the fight. Austin has no gas tank. Austin can say he was sick. I'm not buying that bullshit. Everybody has an excuse when they lose. We would have never heard a peep about him being sick if he would have knocked Gibb out. But, Austin gassed out against Bryce. He even said that, if the fight went a little bit longer, he might have been done. He didn't have a gas tank. He was breathing heavy in that fight too. If you watch his face and stuff while they're doing the counts when Bryce is down, and then he fought Gibb, gassed out bad, and just had nothing left. He was gassed out and he was hurt. So the combination of those two had led to him getting dropped time and time and time again until finally Gibb got the knockout. Um, and this fight, I can't see it going any different. Gibbs dedicated his entire life to boxing. He's obviously taking it very serious. Remember what Gibb used to look like years ago compared to what he looks like now. It's night and day. Austin McBroom took a break from boxing. And I don't live with Austin McBroom. I don't know what he does every day. But I would assume when you take a break from boxing, you haven't been in the gym from September to April. I think he probably got back in the gym a little later. Maybe took a couple months off. And that probably won't do him very well. I think Gibbs steamrolls him probably. But it's, I guess, pretty cool of a fight. Like, much rather would have saw it if Austin had built some momentum. Then we got My Mate Nate versus King Kenny. Um, I don't know who My Mate Nate is. Never heard of him in my life. Don't know if he's had a fight before. But I give him a lot of a chance against King Kenny because Kenny sucks. We've established this in previous videos. King Kenny's a terrible boxer. Everybody talks about the potential he has because he stands in a boxing stance. Like, what potential has he actually shown you? Nothing. He got destroyed by Sensei. He got destroyed by Temper. He beat DK Money. And then he got destroyed by Ashley Roxu, a guy he was supposed to run through. So, yeah, I'm not confident in King Kenny at all. I mean, he'll probably beat this fella because My Mate Nate, I don't know much about him, and probably for a reason. And if this is like something new that he started doing, at least Kenny's been doing it for like 2 years now or something like that. But I don't have any faith in King Kenny. He's not a good fighter. He's not going to win this tournament. You can mark my words on that one. So, yeah, that's probably the fight I'm least interested in. Then, the last fight of the first round is I almost called him FaZe, but he's not FaZe. It's Jarvis Tomzanetti. Now, Jarvis had a spar recently with Floyd Mayweather, and it was hard to take anything from the spar because Floyd was just schooling him the whole time. And when I watched it, I was really more so focused on what Floyd was doing and not as much focused on Jarvis, just trying not to make an ass out of himself. But he looked pretty good from what I saw. He was composed in there. He wasn't letting Floyd get to him. And his previous fight, like 2 years ago, against Michael Lee, a TikToker who should have never been in the ring, Jarvis did what he should have did to him, and he knocked him out. Bad, too. It was a bad knockout. So Jarvis is coming up in weight, I believe, for this tournament. And I think Tomzanetti's coming down in weight, because didn't he fight Slim heavier than 170? I feel like he did. Tomzanetti was a savage in the Slim fight. He came forward with reckless abandon. He took a lot of shots, and he kept coming. I think Tomzanetti, for his sake, I hope he learned how to not take as many shots. Because even if you're going to walk through them, even if you're not going to get knocked down or knocked out, which isn't promised, by the way, you could have a chin one day and no chin the next day. But even if he's going to, take shots like that, that's how you lose fights on the scorecards. You can't allow yourself to just eat big shot after big shot after big shot. I don't know the round totals for this fight, but I'm assuming they're going like 4 rounds. You go down a couple rounds and you're beat. So it should be interesting, but Tomzanetti is bigger than Jarvis, naturally, and that should be a good fight. That's probably the most competitive fight that is on this first round. So I'm interested in this tournament for sure. I do think that it's Gibbs' tournament to lose. KSI had said something in a tweet earlier that he's going to fight the winner of this tournament on August 26th. If that's the case, because, nothing's promised. If that's the case and he winds up fighting Gibb, that fight is huge. Take my money. Take it. Take it. Take it. I don't even want to think about it. Just take it. Gibb versus KSI would be a crazy fight. You know what I mean? Like, awesome. And that's a little prelude to whatever KSI is going to do at the end of the year, which I don't know if that's going to be Jake at this point, because Jake's going to fight Fury again, and he might lose. And if Jake loses twice, if I'm KSI, there's really no point to fight Jake, because the only thing that would happen is if KSI won the fight, it'd be, oh, you beat a guy that already just lost 2 fights in a row. And if KSI lost the fight, you would be reviving Jake's boxing career for no reason. So, yeah, I think KSI fighting Gibb is amazing in August. And then maybe in December he could fight Tommy Fury. He'd probably lose that fight, but no harm, no foul. If Jake lost and he lost, then they can do the fight. But yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on this Kingpyn boxing tournament. I'm very excited about it. Leave your comments down below. Tell me who you think the mystery opponent's going to be. Tell me who you think's going to win the first round matchups. And tell me who you think's going to win the whole thing. Um, yeah, subscribe to the channel, guys. I'm trying to make as much content as possible, bust it out as soon as I can every day, or at least every other day, whatever I can do, whenever I have things to cover. I think tomorrow I'm not going to be making a video. Wednesday I'm not going to be making a video. But Thursday I'm going to be making my pound for pound list in the UFC. Because I've always had a problem with the UFC's pound for pound list. It's always narrative driven, it's always media driven, whoever we're pushing at the time. It just looks rough. So I made my own. I did that today, and I'll be making a video about it on Thursday. So make sure you guys check that out. Peace out.